It's called cerebral thrombosis, a blood clot in the brain, caused by extremely high cholesterol due to overeating.
Are you making fun of Bob?
Oh, wait a minute. Please, wait. I've come to make a suggestion that might save his life.
Suggestion?
I'm of the firm belief that the only way to save Bob Poundmax's life is to turn him into a superior.
A superior?
Simply speaking, it's an organ capable of independent thought. But the superiorization process has yet to be used successfully. So it would be very risky indeed.
I see. So you're going to use my best friend as a guinea pig.
But at least he'd have a chance. As it is right now, he'll either wake up a vegetable or never wake up at all.
Very well then. In that case, I want you to use your procedure on me first. Use my body to test this superiorization process of yours, and then, if you're successful, use it to save the life of my best friend Bob.
Hey, Grave, here. Good. Now you don't look so suspicious. Don't you get hungry? I see. You can't have a normal meal. Keep an eye on this, all right? Wait here.
So, you want to know about Millennium?
Yes, I want to know as much as I can about the organization, and about its boss, Harry McDowell, its members, and about those monsters that they've created.
I see. I didn't think there was anyone who didn't already know all that.
Well, you thought wrong. You gonna tell me?
Of course I'll tell you. I'll tell you whatever you want to know, as long as you pay me. Millennium is a mafia organization which used the city's underworld to leverage control of the entire city, its internal affairs, economy, even the police force. On the record, it's the senior partner or majority stockholder in over 300 large corporations. It's said that Millennium's assets are large enough to buy out a whole country. The boss of the operation's a guy named Harry. This guy.
So that's Harry McDowell.
His nickname is Bloody Harry. He's cruel, clever, totally merciless, and extremely sharp. Since he became the boss 14 years ago, Millennium's yearly profits have risen over 100% a year. The organization now brings in more than 15 times what it did then. Down the corporate ladder are his aides, Millennium's four most senior executives known as the Big Four. First is Bear Walken, advisor to the previous boss. Old school all the way. Scrupulous, brilliant, and if necessary, quite ruthless. The fat one is Bob Poundmax, Chief of Public Relations, actually in charge of a huge information network. He can manipulate everything from gambling odds to the stock market to government policy, even what rumors will be heard on the street. He knows everything going on in this town, even before it happens. I've heard a lot about the other two, but I don't know what they look like, 'cause they're rarely seen in public. One of them is Ballad Bird Lee, Harry's right hand. Runs Millennium's finances, including dispersal and laundering operations for the underworld economy. He's said to be a radical sadist who's killed over 2,000 people. Last but not least is the hitman, Bunji Kugashira. His success is due to his skill as a professional killer. Doesn't count on anyone. In fact, does just about everything on his own. Makes him sound cool to call him a loner, doesn't it? Truth is, no one wants to be near him. Good thing he likes working alone, 'cause everyone who works with him ends up dead. And if you ask him why he killed them all, he'll say they're useless. So what else you want to know? I remember now. Millennium's monsters, right? Actually, they're Orgmen.
Orgmen?
Yeah. The reason they look like monsters is that's what they are. Millennium found a way to turn people into nearly unstoppable soldiers who'll do whatever they're programmed to do, and they keep making more every day. Millennium wouldn't have grown half as fast without the Orgmen. With them guarding Millennium's operations, the competition doesn't stand a chance. Not to mention the millions they're making from exporting Orgmen to war zones in the Middle East. Millennium salesmen are the new merchants of death.
It's all so horrible.
Well, that's about it.
Thanks a lot, mister.
By the way, I don't know why you wanted this info, and I don't want to know. But I'm warning you, don't get involved with Millennium.
May I ask you one more question?
And that last huge explosion? I heard it was the Orgmen being blown to smithereens by the guys who took out the bridge.
Huh, you sure about that? Then why wasn't it on the news last night, smart guy?
Because the organization has its reputation to consider. What's everyone gonna think if they find out the Orgmen were destroyed?
Hey, keep your voice down, will you? Somebody'll hear you.
All right. Sorry.
Hey, listen, you know that big mansion Millennium's got overlooking the port? Well, I hear they're having a big bash down there tonight.
That figures, knowing them.
But this one's gonna be something special. I hear the boss and all his top execs is gonna be there.
A real snob fest, huh? What's the occasion?
You got me. But one thing's for sure, it'll be a hell of a party.
Guess they're not too worried about the economic crisis, huh? Maybe they'll let me join Millennium.
Like that's gonna happen, right?
Sorry it took so long. I found out what happened to you, what happened in your past, and why you were killed.
Who? Brandon Heat? My, oh my. I don't know how many years it's been since I heard anyone mention his name.
You knew him?
Yeah, I knew Brandon. He was born and raised in this town like I was. Fact is, I knew the kid pretty well. Back then, he was quiet as a proverbial mouse. I never knew what he was thinking.
He joined Millennium, didn't he?
He was the favorite of Big Daddy, the former boss, and pushed so hard he was top level by the time he was 20.
Big Daddy.
But something went wrong, and he was killed for betraying the organization. The irony was, it was his best friend that killed him.
His best friend?
It was Harry. Bloody Harry.
Harry.
That's right. He even said how ironic it was that you were killed by your best friend, Harry McDowell, but he was never able to find out why. Grave, maybe when your memory returns, if it'd be all right with you, do you think you could tell me a little about my dad? And my mother, too? There's that proverbial mouse syndrome again.
Where have you been all this time?
Shopping. Sorry, Dr. Tokioka.
Call me T. Men like me, arrogant enough to ignore the laws of human morality, don't deserve a name.
Well then, tell me, T.
Tell you what.
You think we can beat Millennium?
We certainly can't keep running away for the rest of our lives. But dealing with Millennium will be problematic, to say the least.
Millennium.
Huh?
Grave. Our target is within the city. Let's report it.
GunGrave is gone?
I'm afraid so, along with a complete set of fighting gear. I've traced the signal, but it'll take quite a while to reach him. He's a long way from here.
Where on earth did he go?
If, as I suspect, he's got his memory back, there are any number of places he might be headed.
Millennium headquarters?
We'll be leaving as soon as possible. Now go get ready. We've got to hurry.
It's no mistake.
Yeah, he's Brandon Heat, all right.
Long time no see, Brandon. Looks like the time Bob spent manipulating that information was a worthwhile investment. You're here, after all. I wonder if that's because of your keen sense of duty, or just plain stupidity. Either way, you've done precisely what I thought you'd do. Use necrolization to come back from the dead.
Brandon, have you come to take your revenge? Brandon.
Something's wrong with him.
Looks like he's having some kind of functional disorder.
How pathetic.
Hold on, Bunji. It's been a long time, Brandon. We missed you. You haven't forgotten your old pal. It's me, Bob Poundmax, remember? Oh no, you've forgotten all about me, haven't you? You're not only a traitor, you're a heartbreaker too. Hey, boss, if you don't mind, I'd like you to leave this to me, all right?
He is all yours.
Thank you, boss.
This is the chance you've been waiting for. Make sure you show the traitor that new power of yours.
Man, this is great. I get to use my powers and get rid of a traitor at the same time. Thanks, Lee.
Make sure that you cook him thoroughly.
Yo, Brandon! It hurts, Brandon. You're an awful sneaky guy pulling a surprise attack like that on an old friend. It makes me sad, Brandon! Looks like a nasty one. I tell you, those functional disorders can be a real bitch. Shape you're in, you're not even gonna be able to knock me down. You know why? Because I got this little surprise! Power! Enormous power! A power beyond necrolization! This is the power of a superior!
I suppose I'm just feeling nostalgic, but I find myself preoccupied with the past, and with my memories of that man.
He betrayed the organization. He is our enemy.
Yes, I know. It's just that seeing him again...
It's not important. Forget it. Right now, Brandon Heat is about to go back to his grave again, and he's being sent there by Bob Poundmax.
True enough.
Big guy.
What do you think of a superior's power? Go back to your grave again and run! That's not gonna work on me! You can't hurt a superior with that pea shooter! Time to die, traitor!
Let's go.
This is the end! Hey, Brandon! This is the power! This is the power that Bella Bird Lee gave me! This is the power of a superior!
Brandon!
Maria.
Brandon. Brandon.
Harry. Harry.
Brandon. Brandon. Brandon!
My mom was murdered by Harry. By Harry. By Harry. By Harry. By Harry.
Harry.
You bastard! You think you're gonna get out of this alive? Now you die, asshole! Don't pretend you're Mr. Cool! You're scared out of your wits! You'll pay for this! Replication systems overloading! I'm a superior. I was supposed to have gotten stronger. I was supposed to have become unbeatable. Brandon,
Bob Poundmax.
Brandon, do you know me? You know who I am. You remember me, right? Please help me, Brandon. I'm begging you. We joined the family together. We were pals. Remember? Brandon, remember that 2 million Yule I borrowed 19 years ago? Well, now I can pay you back with interest. Will you help me, Brandon? Please. Lee, you gotta save me! Hey, Brandon.
Grave! Grave! Hi, Grave. I'm glad you're okay. What's wrong? You aren't hurt, are you? What is it?
To protect this girl. That is what Millennium is to me. It's my way of life.
して今に切なものはもう消え去って残されたこの身が望みのままに燃え上がるまで Big Guy, a nostalgic nickname evoking past innocence, but it's an invitation to war. A man can't go back, even for the sake of his own beliefs.